Hey, what's up, y'all? Y'all know my slogan. I don't know it all, but I know what I've been through. Now, before we get into this video, please make sure you head on down to Instagram and follow us on our official Instagram page at hookah_anonymous_. Alright, we're able to be a little more explicit, a little more uncensored, and share content freely without running the risk of having our channel terminated. So, once again, make sure you head on down to Instagram and follow us on our official Instagram page at hookah_anonymous_. Alright, now let's get into what you guys came here to see. Now, the infamous 051 Melly, right? Now, everybody know about the, the ongoing beef between Melly, and Lil Durk. It's even been reported that Melly was the sole reason why Lil Durk wasn't coming to Chicago at one point in time. And rightfully so, because your boy Melly, he definitely was one of them guys when it came to Chicago. The problem is that a lot of people don't really know much about Melly is because he wasn't a rapper. However, he had just as much clout as any rapper there is coming out of Chicago, whether he rapped or not. It's like his, his street cred pretty much exceeded him. Now, this is the same guy that got his life taken while he was at a house party, and it was caught on film and all that. Yeah, so at the end of the day, the reason why I want to talk about this, and matter of fact, before I go any further, shout out to CSP. I'm gonna leave a link to his video in the comments below. I'm gonna pin it so you guys could check that out as well. I don't like taking people concepts and topics and talking about it without giving them credit. A lot of the YouTubers do that. I feel it's kind of weird, but to each his own. But the reason why I want to talk about this subject is because a lot of people don't know this. A lot of people don't know that Melly actually ran into Durk at one point in time. A lot of people are under the assumption that they never got to really, see each other. They never got to really interact and none of that. So at the end of the day, I think this is a good topic of discussion because it could have really went left. And not to mention T.I., he was involved in it because it was his event. I feel like he got it misconstrued, just like CSP said as well. He was congratulating Durk on not, the gun violence and this not happening, that. It really wasn't up to Durk. Let's be real, but we're going to get into all that. We're going to get into all that, man. Before we do, like I said before, make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe. Hit that bell so you're notified every time we drop new content. And let's get into the details now, y'all. So for y'all that don't know, T.I., he had a pretty much, a appearance, a face, a meet and greet in Chicago. It was at a retail store by the name of Shop 147, right? And Lil Durk pretty much made a guest appearance, where I guess being that Durk was, a hot artist at the time coming from Chicago, T.I. felt the need to have him come out. I don't know why he didn't have Chief Keef, actually, but I think at that time, Chief Keef wasn't able to come back to Chicago. And that's when he had moved. He got all type of things going on in Chicago, so he never gonna go back. So I think that probably was the reason why he probably opted for Lil Durk. Who knows? I could be wrong. But I think, if I'm not mistaken, this was taking place in like 2014. So yeah, it could be possible. Now, here's the thing. Mubu Krump, King Louie, and your boy 051 Melly, right? So T.I. had this event, it was like a meet and greet. He actually had Lil Durk as the guest appearance there. They knew he was going to be there. And that's another thing. This is that backdoor stuff and all that, it goes a long way because, who told these guys that Durk was going to actually be at this event? How did they know? Now, I'm not saying that, somebody tipped them off. That's possible too. Or maybe they just had a feeling that being that T.I. was coming, maybe Durk would be there. Who knows? But that's something to think about. That's another question. How did they know that Durk was going to actually be there? But so he had the meet and greet. Durk was there. You could see Durk hanging out with T.I. and all that. And then out of nowhere during the video, in the video you could check out on College Kid. I'll probably leave a link to that as well. the whole video. But the video you could catch on College Kid, right? You could see everything was going perfectly fine, and then out of nowhere, it just seemed like something erupted. And rest in peace to D-Thing, who is Durk's brother, because he was definitely in the forefront of all that. Like, when things popped off, you see him in front of everything. You know, he was pretty much orchestrating everything, defending Durk. Definitely on some big brother, you know, that's my little brother, nobody gonna touch him type vibes. Now, here's the thing. You can see there's a picture floating around, and I seen it on CSP's video, where Melly is pretty much looking at Lil Durk. And you could tell, judging from Melly's face, you can't really see Durk's face, but Melly, he's kind of smirking a little bit. You can't see what Durk is doing, but 9 times out of 10, if he's smirking, he's seen the reaction on Durk's face, and Durk probably really couldn't believe that right now, this man who allegedly killed family members and some of the guys around me, this man is right here staring me in my eyes. So you know that look like a deer in the headlight, how they get the, you know, the face like they shot? I'm pretty sure that's the face that Durk had, judging from the little smirk that was on Melly's face. And rightfully so. I don't care how tough you want to be. I don't care how gangster you want to act. At the end of the day, when you see somebody that's a known killer, a guy that's really in them streets, and you know you into it with him, and y'all in the same room, literally feet away, and you don't know what he got on him. And here's the thing, that's another thing about this whole situation, because T.I. was pretty much saying congrats to Lil Durk. He appreciate him for the guns, and he got it misconstrued. He definitely did, because at the end of the day, events like that, they're going to make it their business to where the artist is protected. So 9 times out of 10, if somebody goes in that event, you know, in that space, they can't get no weapons in there. But best believe, a guy like Melly, if he's involved, if he's around, and he was able to get that thing in, something would have happened. It would have went left. It wouldn't have been on Durk. None of that had anything to do with Durk. I think that's what T.I. got confused. And maybe it's just because he don't know Melly. He don't know Melly. He don't know the guys that Durk is into it with. Durk know though. So at the end of the day, this is the statement he had to say, right? After the whole event. It says here, T.I. said, quote, "Congratulations to everybody in the fight yesterday." And before I even continue, I found that kind of weird. Talk about congratulations to everybody in the fight. Somebody could have still got hurt, whether weapons involved or not. You don't congratulate anybody for a fight, but I get it. He's just pretty much saying he's happy that nobody used a weapon, whatever the case may be. But he said this. He said, "Congratulations to everybody in the fight yesterday. Y'all did not pull out a gun. Kudos to you, man. I'm actually proud of you guys. Everybody else saying bad things, I'm actually proud. Good job." And he had the put the guns down big sign or whatever the case may be as he was saying it. But like I said, this is where I think T.I. got it confused. That wasn't up to Durk. Durk was actually just fortunate that he was in a place to where they wasn't able to get their weapons in. But I think Mubu, Krump, King Louie, and Melly, I think they were just sending a message. They knew they couldn't get a weapon in, but they were sending a message like, yo, we on you. We know exactly where you're going to be, and you're actually lucky it don't go left in here. Because best believe if them guys had weapons on them, I think, like I said, it would have went left. You had ample opportunity. Durk was right there. D-Thing was right there. Anybody who you wanted was literally right there. Now on the flip side of things, maybe if they were able to get their weapons in, Durk and them would have had their weapons too. So it just would have been a full-blown shootout. Who knows? You know, so it was one of those situations, man. But a lot of people don't know, because even I didn't know, that Melly and Lil Durk actually was not face to face, like, you know, so close, but they seen each other. They was in the same room with each other at one point in time. And Durk know that Melly was really on it like that. So, you know, it was fair game. However, them people around Durk wasn't gonna let anything happen to Durk. So it just is what it is. Like I said, the main reason I thought this was This is a good topic because a lot of people know of 051 Melly, but at the same time, you know, they know that he didn't like Durk. He was putting real pressure on Durk and everybody around Durk, including his family members. However, a lot of people don't know that they were actually in the same room at one point in time. You know, they actually, you know, was amongst each other. So, like I said, I feel this was interesting. Oh, and not to mention, I also felt it was interesting because I find it funny that T.I. really thought that Lil Durk was the one that kept it without the guns. That's not, and that was nowhere near the case. Nowhere near the case at all, man. If these guys were able to get to guns, whether it was Melly, Krump, you know, or Lil Durk and them, they would have did that. But as you can see, if you've seen the video on College Kid, like I said, I'm gonna put the video up. It was heavily protected in there. Security was heavy in there, and I'm sure they went through metal detectors in the whole 9 yards. And at that time, they wanted to protect the bag because Durk wasn't as big as he was now. He was on the come up, so any little thing could kind of mess him up. So like I said, you know, they played strategic, but it wasn't Durk. It wasn't in the hands of Durk to keep it non-violent as T.I. was trying to express. At the end of the day, man, y'all jump in the comments, let me know how y'all feel. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Hit that bell so you're notified every time we drop new content. And remember, as long as you keep on watching, I'm gonna keep on dropping. And I'm out.